there's a Hindi word, I don't know उसको English में क्या बोलेंगे, खुशहाली. I don't know, Sunil, correct me. Like last एक महीने मेरे को लग रहा है खुशहाली का माहौल. आप कहीं पे भी जा रहे हो तो आपको भीड़ दिख रही है. People are cribbing about traffic, but that means more parties are happening, more people sending gift to each other in Bombay. So in a way, like maybe things are kind of falling in place and sustains for one more quarter, and then I think a lot of people will start announcing कि मैं capex करता हूँ.
So I come.
यार we are waiting them.
Just so the last question which comes from my
them wait.
position, that there was a time when a promoter or the principal shareholder in the company, they selling stock in the public market through IPO was a big taboo. Like even a 1% sale in the market was like a taboo. Now I can see even an offer for sale, 20, 30%, 40%, promoters are exiting, everyone exiting, and market still reward them. That's a dilemma. Not even. Is it because of substantial liquidity, or it is a bad that market will deliver more returns than the company deliver on its own balance sheet?
नहीं पता नहीं, but I mean I'm so our capital markets are very beautiful, and if you can learn from US is like, if you support capital markets and you have outstanding entrepreneurs and you're like overall rule of law, property rights, like overall a democratic system, etc. and all, some of these help in the long run. A lot of people say that अभी promoters बेच रहे हैं, क्या करते हैं, साउथ बॉम्बे में महंगा घर खरीदते हैं, यॉट खरीदते हैं, 20-30 एंजल फंडिंग कर देते हैं, तो अच्छा है, उसमें से कोई एक नेक्स्ट लेंस कार्ड बनेगा. कहीं ना कहीं तो वो सिस्टम में एक्टिविटी हो रही है. आई थिंक ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम इन अ वे kind of like it will create its own momentum. There'll be like several winners, several losers. That's the nature of the beast. But structurally, I mean, it will do a lot of good to the country in terms of the depth and breadth of the market, the way it'll increase. But I mean, all of these private equity VC guys have been doing for so many years. On a very lighter note, my friends in पी साइड से होटल कैलिफोर्निया आप आ सकते हो, लेकिन वापस एग्जिट नहीं है कुछ, बट चेंज हो गया. मेरे को, मैं तो इतना बुलिश हूँ ऑन एफडीआई इन इंडिया, बिकॉज फॉर लास्ट कपल ऑफ ईयर्स इट्स लाइक नेट इज जीरो बिकॉज एग्जिट इज हैपनिंग. बट दिस विल create an image of India that was यहाँ पे ऐसा exit हो सकता है over a period of time. More people will put money to work in India over a period of time. A lot of other countries where they are struggling for DPI, India will show DPI. More money will come over a period of time. I don't know, मेरे को लग रहा है last few days में, if you look at couple of deals, you look at RBL deal, you look at the Yes Bank deal, you look at the Sammaan Capital, you look at the Federal Bank, then you look at 15 billion का Google का announcement. Maybe I don't know. It's kind of like it's turning, and then some of the listings that are happening, I don't know, several of them will do well, several of them won't do well, several of them won't exist. So many IPOs in 90s which were like so big, and today companies don't even exist. There's an
It's a fifth cycle. Yeah.
I mean, just go back and check the Nifty composition. These are the top 50 companies covered by 40-50 analysts in India and outside the world. India has always been majority owned by the foreigners after the promoters. So बहुत सारे smart लोग थे. Just look at the Nifty of January 2008. How many companies don't even exist today? So that's the nature of the beast. That's like classic creative destruction that will again happen. But I think it will do a lot of good structurally.
And the last question of the session, one big dilemma this is,
मेरे
there
को
was
अच्छा
a
नहीं लग
time,
रहा है, मनीष वगैरह वेट कर रहे थे देर से.
this is, the last dilemma is this, is it has never happened that MNCs in India will do offer for sale and take away all the capital accumulated all for future ever. Like of
So
LGs or
you are
Hyundai.
right. I mean, historically we only know that they've been like buying back and they're selling. That means valuation. They think that valuations are higher. Time will tell. I'm sure there's something called like wallet auction. मैं IPO में बोलता हूँ हमेशा हमारे एनालिस्ट को कि बॉस wallet auction पता है? नहीं सर. मैं बोलता हूँ wallet auction meaning अगर मैं मेरा wallet अभी auction करूँ यहाँ पे और मैं बोलता हूँ आप bid करिए. मेरे को तो पता है वैल्यू कितनी है, नोट्स कितने हैं, उसमें आपको नहीं पता है. दिस इज लाइक आईपीओ है वॉट एवर, बस मेरे को ज़्यादा पता है आपसे. सो बायर बिवेयर है. बट on a lighter as well as serious note, I mean, look at the transformation of the country. My grandfather lived in a country where we were dependent on wheat coming under PL 480 from United States on a humanitarian ground. My father lived in a country, and I've lived with my grandfather, so I'm telling you my grandfather. My father lived in a country where foreign grant was still very important for our survival. I lived in a country where every entrepreneur, small or big, had to go out of the country to raise capital. Startup हो, केदारा ने पूरा पैसा वहीं पे रेस किया इतने साल, सबने वहीं पे रेस किया, और ट्रू नॉर्थ ने वहीं पे किया, क्रिस कैपिटल ने भी करा. अब हम इनको इतना रिक्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं, फाइनली ये कुछ तो इंडिया में रेस कर रहे हैं अभी. And I lived in a country where all entrepreneurs had to depend on capital from outside. My kid is living in a country where we are funding global large companies. So that's a transformation in like 4 generation. अब इसमें हम कई गलतियां कर देंगे. इसमें हम कई गलतियां कर देंगे. Like हो सकता है they'll be, some of them will be a big beneficiary, but ultimately this will kind of create interest. Boss, what a country it is. This was only United States, and maybe like few other markets here and there, Hong Kong and all that. If we can show $5-6 trillion का capital market in terms of market cap, the depth, the kind of transactions that are happening, the size and scale, and with Gift City, let's say if we take little bit of more bold step and think that capital market can actually be a vehicle for creating prosperity at a different level, and we can actually make it very inclusive. तो इसमें ऐसा नहीं है, it's only the rich people kind of like few people making money. Of course, as I said, वो Churchill वाला, that there will be inequality, that's like sin of capitalism, but at the same time we can make it highly inclusive. अगर ये 5.5 crore investor हमारे mutual fund के become 25 crore, then everybody will benefit from that that boom.
Thank you, sir. So mutual fund सही है.
Thank you so much, Navneet and Mahesh, for this beautiful, insightful session. And now I would request you both to stay on the stage for the picture and mementos. And may I please call upon stage Manish to give the memento to Navneet. And Sunil ji, please, if you could come on stage to give the memento to Mahesh. We will now start with our next panel. May I ask the volunteers to please set the stage?